Hey guys, it's Kelly, and today I am super excited to bring you a 2020 Lincoln Aviator tour. Now, if you are in the new car market, I just want to point out that the differences between the 2020 and the 2021 are so minor, so that when we got this one in on trade, I was like, we're just going to do it. Very excited to dig into this car. I do not have a lot of experience with it, so you're kind of going to get to see like some of my first reactions of it. If you are new to my channel, hi there, I'm Kelly. I'm the Car Mom. I review cars for moms and for families. Make sure you check out my Instagram at the Car Mom because I post a lot of other car related content there. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be posting a tour a week, and let me know in the comments below about which car I should tour next. Let's get started. All right, so let's talk about the exterior because the Lincoln Aviator got completely redesigned for 2020, and talk about a redesign. This car looks so refreshed, and I love a lot about the exterior. I'll get to what I don't love in a second. Starting with the front end, I think it looks super sleek. They're not hiding the fact that it's a Lincoln. It's very out in front of your face. This car would be comparable to things like the Volvo XC90, the Acura MDX, the BMW X5-ish, 7-ish. So it's really trying to compete with some of those luxury cars, and honestly, it's doing a pretty good job. Starting with the front end, like I said, I'm liking the grille. It's very aggressive. I think the hood lines are very symmetrical and look awesome. And then I love the different daytime running lights. It just kind of gives some different elements to the car that really help it catch your eye on the road. We're obviously doing this beautiful red color today, but definitely stay tuned till the end of the video because I'm actually going to be building my own Lincoln Aviator and talking you through the different trim levels and things like that. Moving on to her side profile. Again, I'm very much liking a lot of the body lines and some of the different contrasting elements. I think this black part right here really gives it a sporty look, as well as the black mirror caps. I think the Aviator badging right there looks super cool, so I love that. Wheels are gorgeous. You know, overall, I really like it. Ford owns Lincoln, so in the past, the Aviator and the Explorer looked very similar. I do feel like these cars look a little bit different on the road. This definitely looks like a more high-end luxury car compared to the Explorer, which I really like to see. All right, moving on to the back end. This is the only part I don't love. It's this red bar that goes all the way across. I think that gives it such an outdated look. Lincoln has just had that for so long, and maybe they're like trying to bring some nostalgia back into it. I just don't like this. I don't like it. I think it's very unimaginative. I would love to see like just some more interesting taillights. This is boring to me. I honestly hate this. I know I shouldn't hate it so bad, but I do. I do like to see when they put the wiper up underneath here instead of on the back. I think that does clean up the back of the car, which looks nice. I can't stand the red bar. Comment below if you think I'm crazy or if you kind of agree with me. Here's a shot of me in the driver's seat of the Aviator. Guys, these seats are insane. I'm pretty sure it's like a 30-way power seat, so you can literally control it any which way. It is on the door, so I'm going to move my seat up a little bit actually. But as far as the car, as far as my driver's comfort is, the car is pretty comfortable. There's like some silly little things in the car which I'll point out in a second, but from a design standpoint, it's very unique. I feel like there's nothing. I've never sat in an interior like this before, so I'm kind of enjoying that. The door panel does seem like it's kind of got a lot going on, I'm not gonna lie. Like we have this chrome speaker with all these designs. We've got a leather here, black high gloss. It's just, the door has a lot going on. I'm gonna be transparent there. This is also hilarious. This is a trade-in we got. This is a 2021 with like 2020 with like 12,000 miles. People traded it in. We just got it in. This part's broken. That's how you get out of the door. You'll have to like hit a button down there. So I have to use this emergency backup one to get out of the car right now, which is just like hilarious. Also, like how did that already break? And like this car only has 12,000 miles on it. Don't love that. But nonetheless, let's move you in here a little bit to kind of look at some of the other design elements. But we do have like this very much reddish looking wood. I don't know, the interior, it's totally gonna be personal taste. It's very boat. I feel like I'm on a boat, in a boat. And I'm not mad at the fact that I'm on a boat, but that's how I feel. All right, so let's talk about some of the technology features in this car, because this car is just kind of fun. First, when I turn on the car, this is where the stop start button is, which is a little different. And I'm met with this just beautiful clouds. It's giving me a song. It's a completely digital dash, which I love digital dashes just for the customization that is offered on them. I think that's awesome. The steering wheel is kind of interesting to me. There's just like there's a lot of buttons, and honestly, it's a little bit hard to navigate around. This is the voice command, which I almost like that, but you can't Really, the only thing you can do with it is like ask her to call people for you or start a navigation.
Please say a command.
You just like, you can't do a ton with it. So I do like that button there. I just don't think that's something I would use. I'd rather that be some sort of other button, like maybe the volume control, but I love where it is and like so easy to use. The rest of the steering wheel, it just gets a little bit confusing. Like these buttons like aren't lit up. Okay, I finally figured it out. So when you hit the cruise control, these are all cruise control related buttons. So that makes more sense. And then I guess instead of hitting them here, you hit them underneath here. Moving on to some of the bridge, we do have this display right here. It's fine, it's pretty user friendly, it's a touch screen. I just wish it was slightly tilted towards me just a little bit, because from a driver's comfort perspective, like it's kind of difficult for me to take my eyes I almost have to shift my body just so I don't get a glare on the screen. So I would like it just to be slightly tilted, just like so slight. But we've got some other great quick buttons here, like we have our camera and our active park assist. Car can actually help you park, that's exciting. Moving on down here, check out the shifter. It's like piano keys. I think that's just hysterical to me. I don't know. Verdict's out for me on how I feel about that kind of stuff. Comment below about if you like the shifter, if you're okay with this more button style. I do appreciate the space that it saves, and I'm seeing it in more and more cars, so I feel like it's just time to get used to it. We've got some great climate controls down here, as well as the heated steering wheel, heated seats, and ventilated seats. And then this is where it gets really exciting, in my opinion. First of all, love this. Just this little extra compartment, because you know what I put there? I put a sunglass in there. I put my phone in there. I put a lip gloss in there. I love places to put stuff. And look at another one for a chapstick, for a quarter. Love, love, love. And you can also close these to keep it nice and clean. Not that mine would literally ever be clean. 2 cup holders that are actually pretty decent size. If you've been here a while, this is what I like to drink my iced coffee out of. It is a wide mouth mason jar, so it's actually a little bit wider than a regular cup. And if a car passes the mason jar test, it's got good cup holders. So that is awesome. Also, check out underneath here, underneath the bridge, another little cubby compartment. Love it, love it, love it. Can't get enough of it. Okay, let's look at the center console. It is a great size, actually. This is a size 5 diaper for reference, so it fits great. This part you could remove, it's illuminated. We've got a 12 volt in there. Very excited about the size of the center console. I think it looks great. I also like the height of the set. Honestly, I'm very comfortable. The seats in this car are freaking bizarre though. I don't understand them. So if you can see right here, they're like this thin piece of leather that's attached to like this seat. I guess it's kind of a way to give you some of that like that 30-way power seat. I mean, there's literally so many different ways that you can control this seat. And this is the craziest part. In between here, so I'm really tall, I'm about 6 feet tall. So I like when seats hit me underneath my knees, and I like when these are adjustable. But this one is like separate, and you can like move them accordingly. Like there's like a crack in the middle of the seat. I don't know, I just find it so funny. I find it so funny that it's like, you can move either leg. It's just interesting. But overall, liking the driver's comfort. What's in here? Anything else to explore? Decent sized mirror. Decent sized mirror. We have a sunglass holder here, and then we have a really great panoramic sunroof, actually. I mean, goes very far back. That looks beautiful. Wow. Wow. Okay, so let's chat about the car seat setup, because actually, guys, it's pretty good. In fact, all 4 seats in the back 2 rows have their own lower anchors and a tether anchor. So that gives you a ton of so that gives you a lot of flexibility. So that's kind of the car seat situation we're dealing with. I brought my baby Mesa and my Graco Extended Fit. One's rear facing, one's forward facing, just to give you an idea of the space that you're working with. I've set both seats for myself at 6 feet tall. I will say it's pretty tight, I'm not gonna lie. I think that it has to do with, it definitely has to do with these seats, because this is such a chunkier, clunkier seat than some other ones that we've seen. So if you are a tall driver, much taller than me, you might have some difficulty fitting some rear-facing car seats here, so just something to be aware of. All right, here is a shot of me in the 2nd row of the Lincoln Aviator. I have this seat set for myself with actually a pretty generous room, and I still have some decent knee clearance. As I was expecting, this is like a 6-passenger car after all. But as far as my amenities go, I have a leather back pocket. I have some pretty average, actually they're not bad, some nice side covers with a couple different compartments. That same like weird door handle, which I guess I like that. I mean, again, it's just kind of like something else to break. We do have some built-in sunshades, which are awesome. And then I've got some lights. I've got my climate control back here it's not doing it for me. No ceiling vents, no side vents. I'm talking the two littlest, tiniest dang vents. They are like 1.5 inch vents. They're so small. I have no idea. I don't think you'd get hardly any air circulation back here. So if you have rear-facing kids, that is definitely something to consider. We also have a outlet back here, which I love if you're a pumping mom or just have electronics you need to charge. There's an outlet, and then there is a USB and a USB-C here. The cup holders are on the floor back here when you choose to get the captain chairs like we have. I kind of like that. I think it makes third row access a little bit more difficult sometimes because then like that person has to step over a cup holder. I would almost prefer the cup holders just to be on the back of the center console right here, but we're working with what we got. Let me show you the third row access. Okay, third row access, pretty easy. You just can hit this button up top, pushes forward, and then you slide it up. I'm pretty comfy back here. I'm liking this car. I want to get a shot of like just how airy it is. All right, let's talk about the trunk. So I'm gonna be honest, it took me like so long to figure out exactly where the button, like there's like no like handle thing. It's literally just like a tiny little button that you have to press to open up the trunk. So that just took a little getting used to. I'm sure it's easy to use from now on. Looking at the trunk, it's a pretty decent size with the third row up. I mean, definitely enough for like a week's worth of groceries. When I open up this compartment, there's like an additional little storage area. I love that to like keep your kids' clothes, keep your owner's manual, keep your crap there. I cannot comfortably put my, I've already tried like 3 times, don't make me do it again, to put my stroller in here with the third row up. It's just way too tight. Maybe if I had a more compact stroller it would work, but it just doesn't work with the headrest and it needing to close. So let me give you a shot of it with the third row down, but first let's talk about how you put the third row down. These little tabs right here will just lower the headrest. The headrest will lay completely flush, which I really like. Then from here, you can just use the power right here. So it says third row right, third row left, which is just like super easy. It's just a press and release. We love a press and release. If I have to hold it the whole time, I can't. I'm too busy. So the press and release is great, and then it lays completely flush, which looks awesome. And then this is some cargo space, y'all. This is some cargo space. Let me get my stroller now.
Is it completely flush or completely flat?
Flush with it? I don't know.
Flat.
Flush?
Flat.
Okay.
You always say completely flush. What does that mean?
I don't know. I thought that was what, comment below, is it completely flush or completely flat?
Completely flat, Kelly.
I think like you're flush with something though. Like
you lay completely flat. What are you saying?
Like I'm saying, like it lays completely flush.
No, completely flat.
Comment below. I think I'm right. All right, so then here's a shot of our stroller with the third row down. So obviously plenty of cargo space. So love to see that. You know what we love to see? That. Also love this feature when they have this lock button right here. A lot of cars have this, but what that means is that if like the last thing you had to grab was out of the trunk, you could just hit that lock button, close the trunk, and it'll lock all the doors for you. Just kind of an added little extra tidbit, a little VIP experience that you know now. All right, so that is going to wrap up my 2020 Lincoln Aviator tour. Guys, I was pleasantly surprised in here. I liked it. I liked it. I think it's fun. I think it's got a lot of nice cubby spaces. I'm impressed with the car seat setup. You know, the drive isn't my favorite. I wish it was a little more spacious because I just think it's a little bit tight in some certain areas. But overall, you know, I think it's a great option. I think Lincoln has come so far. It just makes me that much more excited to hop into the Navigator because I have heard such good things about the Navigator recently, and I am dying to get my hands on one. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because you are not going to want to miss that tour. All right, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you next time.
Okay guys, let's build my very own 2021 Lincoln Aviator. So I've gone through the trim levels quite a bit, and I think I would actually go up to the Reserve only because, you know, you get some nicer features. Like I think the 20-inch wheels look really nice. I think the quad zone climate control is important, and then you can actually also get the Lincoln Copilot Plus package when you go up to the Reserve instead of just the regular Lincoln Copilot 360. And what comes on the Pilot Plus is you get adaptive cruise control, and the big thing for me was reverse automatic braking. So that is why I'm going to go for the Reserve. But again, we're not done here. So with the Reserve, I get the 3.0 liter twin turbo. I am going to select all-wheel drive because that would be important for me. And then, so here's what comes with it, with the Reserve. I would probably go down and also select this, which gives me the Elements package, and then the Lincoln Copilot 360 Plus package, just again to get those additional safety features. So that would be my pick. When I go to exterior, a couple of different color options. Black and silver are the, and Asher Gray are the no extra charge colors, which the Asher Gray looks awesome, I think. I also kind of like this grayish blue. I thought that's probably going to be my pick. I'll just show you a couple more. We got the burgundy, we got the red, which is what I did. The pearl white. Ooh, dang, the white looks nice. The car is good looking. I'm going to go with this ocean blue drive, though, unless the white was free. See, the white's not free. What's the free silver look like? No, I don't like that as much. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. I think that looks really good. Going on to our interior, couple of different options. I think I'm just going to keep the ebony, the black. I think it looks nice. Yep, that stresses me out. Gosh, those seats are so bizarre. Oh, look at them there. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep... Oh, maybe the... No, I do not like the gray. I do not like that. I'm going to keep the black. I think that looks really good. Interior packages. We could add the convenience package, which gives us heads-up display. I'm not going to add that. I'm not going to add any of this. Second row configuration. See, here's where I can decide to get the bench or the captain's chairs. I mean, normally I'm more of a bench girl just because of the added safety features that is offered in a bench. But I'm feeling frisky. Price is the same. See, I love that too. I love that the price is the same. Okay, I'm going to keep the captains. No, I'm going to go for the bench because that's what I like better. That's what I would honestly do. So that will bring my 2021 Lincoln Aviator Reserve to an MSRP of $65,000. That is expensive. But that's what I do to get the safety features. All right, thanks, guys.